Okay, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. Inshallah ta'ala, we're going to get started. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Innal hamdulillah. Innal hamdulillahi wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah anbiya wal mursaleen. Jazakallah khair for everyone attending. MashaAllah, your dedication. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all for the effort that we all have been putting for the last 2-3 months. And now, inshallah, in another 3 days, we are going to get started with the purchase, inshallah. So, again, first thing, before we get started, I want everyone to understand the reason we are doing this is not just to get the Hajj package. The reason we are trying to get the Hajj package is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep that in your mind, the foremost thing in your mind. And keep asking from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting us Hajj Baitullah. It is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that can grant us. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined for us to go for Hajj Baitullah, nothing can stop us. Not challenges with the Nusuk, the packages, or anything. Nothing can stop us from going for Hajj Baitullah. So that's where we want to focus our time. We want to put our effort into making dua, continuously make dua. Even while you are looking for packages, even while you're going through that package, keep making that zikr inside the heart, but keep that calmness, Everything is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. So while we're proceeding, keep adding your questions, whatever questions you have, we will answer all the questions, even if it takes us 2-3 hours, we are not going to stop. So this is our one of the last. We'll also have a webinar on Saturday, inshallah, but today we are going to cover as much as possible. So keep adding your questions. We will get through them, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. So let's go forward with this thing quickly. Just minimize some of this. So just to kind of quickly go through some of the recap for the registration. I know there are still people waiting for verification. Just be patient, inshallah ta'ala. You will get through. We have been collecting information because Rawaf leadership decided to reach out to Nusuk to see if we can speed up some of the verification. So all the information that we have received so far, we have been sharing with Rawaf, and Rawaf has been diligently following up with Nusuk to get this thing resolved. So be patient. At the same time, call the Nusuk number that we have shared, okay? The 966 number that we have shared. It's a toll number. It's not a toll-free number, but call them, talk to them, stay on the line for as long as possible. I know it'll cost a few dollars, but unfortunately, we don't have a toll-free number. So continue with that one. E-wallet, by now, we hope that people have started topping or have already topped the e-wallet, because you cannot wait until the last minute. As I mentioned several times before, if you're having issues with the bank, call the bank fraud department, their credit card fraud department. Stay on the line. It has got nothing to do with Nusuk. The e-wallet on the Nusuk has stabilized at this point, okay? If there are any issues coming up, it's mostly at the bank fraud department level. You got to reach out to 1%, 2%, 3%. You got to be diligently following up with them. You got to keep insisting that, the issue has to be resolved at the bank level. It's not the Nusuk. Tell them that lots of other people are able to fund their wallet. Okay, lots of other people are able to do it. So you got to insist with them, inshallah. Don't allow them to just say it's a Nusuk issue. Okay, it is got to be the credit card issue. Packages, we've gone through that. We looked at it. We'll continue looking at it. Purchasing window, inshallah ta'ala, 5 a.m. 1 p.m. Makkah time on Sunday. I'm so glad that Nusuk has decided to pull it 2 days before. Instead of being on a weekday for us, it's on a weekend, inshallah ta'ala. We all will get the package first thing in the morning and go rest up, inshallah ta'ala, after performing 2 rakat nafil salah. So before I forget, I'll remind this on the day of the sale also. But just to point out now, once you get the package, the first thing I would like you all to do is perform 2 rakat nafil salah and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. two rakat nafil salah as soon as you get the package. Okay, inshallah. So in the last couple days, we have seen two changes in the Nusuk platform. One is the health disclaimer. Please read it carefully. If you feel like you need to get some advice, I know people have been asking me for my advice. I'm not a health professional, okay? So contact your medical professional, the one that is familiar with your records. Ask them questions about it. But please read it carefully and then sign it and submit it, okay? Now, one other thing that has been added is the Qurbani, the Adahi. Okay, now yes, this is a very good option. I understand that. But I want you to read it carefully. There is one sentence here that says that the Qurbani can be performed from the 10th to the 13th. Okay. We do not have enough information to say if they will perform the Qurbani on the 10th day itself. If you are particular that the Qurbani has to be done on the 10th, then then be careful about this one because I don't have information. I cannot assure you, but I'm just reading what it says. Okay. So now, what are the other options? There is a website that you can do. There are also, once you go there, well, you can possibly arrange for it once you go there also. My preference is to arrange for it ahead of time. Okay. My preference would have been if I could have assured you to go with this one. Unfortunately, I cannot simply because it says 10th to the 13th, so I don't know what that means exactly. If we get more clarity on this one, if we get some assurance, we'll share it back with you. Okay, so this is what it is. Now, talking about the sales window, okay, here is how you go about doing it. If you have already picked a package, your most favorite package, the one most preferred package, if you put it in the cart, you're going to go click on this cart sign on the top there. If you click down, it'll tell you configure the package. Hopefully on that day, it'll change that sign to checkout. Okay, so you click on the package in the shopping cart and you click on that one. You review the data and you confirm to make sure that the summary page, everything that you had picked earlier is correct because you do not want to end up with a package that's not what you had intended because the refund process is a long process. Okay. If you go into the refund, then the refund takes a longer time. In the meantime, your funds are basically blocked basically. So review this carefully, but do not take too long because the assumption is you know what you have done here. Okay. So briefly review this one. Okay. And then you click on that pay button, checkout button, assuming you have all the funds in the e-wallet. There is going to be one step here that is basically they are going to ask you to reconfirm the transportation. The transportation from the airport to the hotel, hotel to the airport. It's just there is a checkbox that you have to click, and then you will go into the pay section. Now, this one is assuming you have picked a group flight. Okay, assuming you have picked a group flight. If you picked a custom flight, then you will have to go through the entire process of configuring the custom flight, meaning you'll have to go through the search for the flights again, find the appropriate one, select it, and then pay for it, etc. That's what you'll have to do. So that does add a few extra minutes here. That is why we've been cautioning about that one. So you go into this one. So inshallah, it'll be successful. If the sales is successful, you will get a message on the screen. A pop-up will show up saying that the package has been checked out. You have the package basically. Okay. You will also receive an email to the primary account holder confirming that the package has been booked for you. Okay. The third option of looking at that also is if you go into your profile, it'll say my package. If you click on that under the itinerary in your profile, if you click on that, it'll give you the package information though also. So these are all three possible options. Now, when you click the pay button, be patient. Be patient. Don't do something that the crazy like, oh, it is hung, my system is hung, I got to back up, etc., etc. Don't do any of those things. Please avoid doing that, okay? Because then you may possibly affect the sales that is going through. You want to avoid anything that's possible, okay? If you have to go into your email folder, check in the spam folder, check in your inbox, look for all those options to see if the purchasing has been completed. Otherwise, be patient. Just be patient and allow it to go through. Now, unfortunately, if the sales is not if sales is incomplete, you will know that it'll tell you for whatever reason the sale has not been completed. Now, I'm not sure if Nusuk will specifically tell you why the package did not go through. Was it because the oil cups capacity is finished, or the flight is sold out, or the entire package is sold out? We don't know if they will do that, but they will definitely come back and say, if it is not successful, it will tell you it's incomplete. Okay, so this if it is incomplete, then you go back to the shopping cart. The first thing that you do is you empty the shopping cart. Before you empty the shopping cart, you cannot move forward. Okay, so empty the shopping cart, and then basically go to your other preferred packages. You need to go through the full configuration, but this is where I am saying practice, 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 practice. Okay, you should be so good that configuring your next package should be a breeze. You should be able to do this within a minute. Within a minute, you should be able to get to the completion and attempt to the pay for the package and acquire the package, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. So before I move forward, because this is what I want to do today. Okay. Today, I want to wait at each screen. I want a feedback from people if they understand this process, or if there are questions on this process. If there are questions on specifically the purchasing process, okay? If this is comfortable, put a thumbs up. If not, put a thumb sideways, something, that indicates to me that I need to go through this more. You can also put your comments in the Q&A, asking specific questions on the screen. We will try to respond as much as possible. I'm going to give 30 more seconds, inshallah, before I move forward. Brother Wasim, do you see any questions related to the purchasing itself, this specific process?
The only one that is here, I think that's related is when should we try to log in?
Okay, excellent question. Yep, thank you for that. Okay, all right. We don't want you to log in too far ahead. Log in half an hour, 1 hour before, no problem. Okay, just to kind of look through and make sure you're ready, etc. Okay, but most probably what we are expecting is when the sales window opens, okay, either Nusuk will bounce everybody off. Okay, whoever is logged in, they will require everybody to re-log back in. Okay, if not that, you might have to refresh your screen. Okay, one or the other. So if they bounce you out, then of course you have to log back in. But again, we hope that you are able to log back in without any OTP issue. Last year we had OTP issue. I hope this year we don't have that issue. You should be in front of your computer. Please do not try to do this on your phone. I understand that people might be working, people might be away, but because this is a big event for all of us, okay, stay in front of your computer. Stay somewhere where your computer bandwidth is safe. Okay, have an alternative option of internet connection in case if something happens to the power goes off or something happens. Have an alternate way of doing a hotspot with your smartphone or something to that effect. But you want to make sure that you have all these things laid out. Okay, different things that laid out that you can play with. So do log in before. Yes, I would suggest log back in. Okay, but be prepared in case if they bounce you off. Be prepared. Okay, it is possible they may bounce you off. Now, if you have to have a custom flight, remember, custom flight is not saved in your configuration for more than 5 minutes. I tested this out a couple times. They only will keep it there for 5 minutes. After that, they remove it. Okay, because it's a marketplace, because they cannot hold in a reservation for you for a long period of time. They will hold you for 5 minutes. One possible suggestion, again, I cannot guarantee this will work. One possible suggestion is log in like a few minutes before 1 p.m. Makkah time, which is 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 a.m. Chicago time, etc., 2 a.m. Los Angeles time. So log in few minutes before, which is like 5 minutes before, 3, 4 minutes. See if you can configure that custom flight and keep it ready. So once the window opens, if you're lucky enough to log in with OTP and everything, inshallah, you'll have the custom flight there. This is just a tip I'm giving. Okay, I cannot guarantee that one. Okay, so this is something that you can try that one. Okay, Brother Wasim, do you want to add anything else to that?
Yeah, just couple of points. One is like if you have OTP issues, right? So let's say you try to log in and you don't get an OTP on time. Try not to request it too many times very close to each other, right? What happens is then a couple of problems. One is if you request OTP too many times, sometimes they were blocking the account to try to log in again last year. Second is if you have requested it twice already very close to each other, now an email came, now you don't know whether it was the first OTP or the second one. So be a little patient, let the OTP email come through and then request, then if it doesn't work, it has like after a certain number of minutes, your OTP will time out, so it will not accept it. Then you know, then you can request the next one. Uh, Another thing that if because the website is expected to slow down a little bit, so be comfortable with the URL method that Brother Farid showed earlier, so that you can reduce the number of clicks. You can go directly to your next package. If you try to search the package, it might take more time. At that time, use the URL method. Every package has a URL next to it. Once you're logged in, you can copy paste the URL. It will take you directly to the package. And if trying to do something and it times out, gives you a timeout issue, sometimes you think, okay, my session is already logged out. But people have reported that when you do a backspace, your session is still open on the previous page. So before you try to relog in, try to do a back on your browser to make sure that if you can get to, if you can get back to the previous screen, then you can continue again.
Very good points. On the OTP. OTP is good for 5 minutes. That means do not try to request another OTP or try to log in within that 5 minute period. Because in that case, what Brother Wasim is saying is absolutely right. After the third attempt, it'll block you for 30 minutes. That means you lost the opportunity for 30 minutes. You don't want to do that. Okay, so be patient. Check your email, check your spam folder, whatever you do, allow at least 3 to 4 minutes before you try to log back in or request another OTP, because after 3 attempts it blocks you off for about 30 minutes after that one, inshallah. Okay, all right. Let's move forward. Okay, we will keep taking the questions. Don't worry about it. Okay, now on the day of the package sale, we want to make sure that you have these things correctly done. Okay, review packages. Look at the package list. Rawaf 2026 packages, or you can also go to Linktree Rawaf Global. Under that one, you will see the package list. Okay, so this URL is not working, so please don't use this one. Just go to the Linktree Rawaf Global. In that one, if you scroll down, you will see package list. Use that one. Okay. Select and configure. I'm hoping step 1, 2, 3, 4 is already been done by now. Okay. My expectation is by now you have selected at least one most preferable package and you selected 5 to 7, at least 5 to 7 packages. Okay. Copy the URLs from the package list, that I'm referring to here. Copy the URL in a notebook so that you have it available handy in the order of your preference. Your e-wallet by now should be funded to the most expensive package plus some buffer space. Okay. Make sure you have done that buffer space. We are suggesting about 3,000 riyals, which is approximately $700 to $1,000 per person in your account. Okay. Now, this one is for many reasons, because you might find that the flight, if you're doing the custom flight, something might have changed, or in case if the most expensive package you saw is sold out, but you want to go higher up a little bit. Just be prepared, inshallah. Join our webinar on Saturday, inshallah ta'ala. That will be moved to 1 p.m. instead of the 3 p.m. because we want to give a lot more time for any help, any questions that we have. So we'll start this at 1 p.m. inshallah ta'ala. And we'll also start a Zoom session on Sunday morning, February 1st, inshallah. We'll start about 30 minutes before the sale window is supposed to open up. Join the Zoom session. If anybody needs active personal help, we will try to do that through the break room. There are private rooms that we can create within the Zoom session. We will try to help with that one, inshallah ta'ala. But above all, make dua. Make dua. Ask Allah to accept us for Hajj. Continuously keep reading the Talbiyah, Labbaik, Allahumma Labbaik. Continuously keep doing that, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, on the flights, this is a little bit tricky, this one, so I want to keep it here for a minute. So I have gone through this one in detail last time. This is your decision making that you have to do. Is a custom flight absolutely required? If it is yes, then you go look for the custom flight. First, look for custom flight within the country of your residence. The reason I'm emphasizing the country of residence and the language here is you do not want to end up in a package which is from a country which speaks a language which is different than yours. Okay. For example, if you are a German speaking person, if you end up in a package that is English speaking, and if you're not comfortable with English, then the guide will be English speaking, and most of the people will be English speaking. Although, yes, you can still manage it, but it'll be awkward for you. I mean, the level of the comfort level will go down. The same thing for a person who is from English speaking country. If you end up with a package which is German speaking, and if you're not comfortable with German, then you can end up having some challenges. Even though we are expecting the German guides might speak some English, but because of the entire group being German speaking, your level of comfort might go down. So if try to avoid this one, okay, try to avoid getting a package that because the guides are assigned by the package. Okay, guides are not assigned based on which country of residence you are in, and then you will, like in the previous years, you would just come under the group that you signed up with, basically. Now the service providers will assign guides to a package, and that package being based on the country, the guide will be from that country because majority of the people will be from that country. So first choice, look for group flight. First choice, look for group flight from the country of your residence, and that matches your priority list. Okay. Now, if it doesn't, then look for a group flight from another country, but make sure the language you're comfortable with the language. For example, if you're from United States, English speaking, look for a flight from Canada, from UK, or maybe even South Africa, because South Africa is also English speaking, just so that, again, your language doesn't become a barrier in your completing all your rituals, etc., and having a comfortable time. Okay. Now, if none of this works, then of course you have to look at the custom flight, look for the custom flight from the residence. For example, if you're from United States, look for a custom flight. Every package will allow you to do a custom flight. Okay. Every package, based on all that we understand so far, will allow you to do the custom flight. Custom flight is always an option, but first try the group flights as much as possible. Now, I'm going to wait for this for a minute. I need, by a show of hand, if you understand this part here, if you need questions, put it in the Q&A so that we can answer and clarify. Otherwise, with a show of hand, tell me if you understand what we are trying to show here. Brother Wasim, in the meantime, if you want to add something, please go ahead.
Yeah, one question that came in the questions was, how do I know which packages have custom flights? So I don't know if you have seen the sheet that was shared. There is a sheet which has the list by packages and country. So in that, when the country says global, that's the custom flight packages that have custom flights with it.
Okay, let me while I'm here, let me show that this thing.
And then
Okay.
another question while you are sharing, Brother Farid, is it true that custom flights are safe for 30 minutes?
No, that is not true. Because it is saved for only 5 minutes. I tested this out because we were under the impression it's for 30 minutes. Okay. But I tested this out. They are only saving it for 5 minutes, which is not a good situation. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. Okay. Now I want to do something different here. Give me a minute. Let me stop this share for a minute. Uh, I'm not sharing it, right? Or am I sharing?
You're sharing the packages sheet. No,
Okay.
it's not. Not.
Let me just go here. Okay. All right. So this is the sheet that Brother Wasim was referring to, and this is the one that you can get to this one from Rawaf's this thing. Brother Wasim, am I still sharing? I'm showing the Rawaf's global page.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So if you go into the link tree Rawaf Global, and if you scroll down here, you will see live spreadsheet. Okay, this is going to be a live spreadsheet. I want you to bookmark this one. Once you get to this one, bookmark it. You can go click.
Sorry, are you planning to show the link tree or the sheet directly?
No, no, I'm showing the link tree first. I want to
No,
show
no,
them the link.
you're sharing the sheet.
Okay, let me stop this. I want to show the link tree page. Okay, all right. Are you able to see the link tree?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So if you go into the link tree Rawaf Global, and if you scroll down here, okay, you will see the live spreadsheet here. Okay, what you need to do is you can right click on this one. If you right click on this one, you can copy the address, copy link address, and then you can bookmark that one somewhere. Okay, now on the day of the sale, you should be continuously looking at this one. uh, you should be continuously looking at this one, because what happens here is, before I get and answer the question on the customer, see this one, the way the what Rawaf is doing here, they are color coding, and then they will also keep updating this remaining seed. So you need to keep scrolling down and keep checking what you want, whichever package you want. You look at the package, and then based on the package, you will understand what is the remaining seat, and this will be updated regularly, inshallah ta'ala, on the day of the sale on Sunday. So you will have live data here. Okay. Now, to answer the question about the global, if you look down here, see this part here, global. So what this is saying is 301 has a custom, 361 has a custom, 508 has a custom, 500, etc., etc. So you can see all these packages have the custom packages or option open. So basically, pretty much every package has the custom option open. Okay, so you can also see here the numbers here. Rawaf 579 Shuru, okay, 118. So these are different things that you can monitor. For example, International has Imar International has custom. Let me just go up a little bit more. Millennium 4 Star has a custom. So all these packages have the custom against it. Novotel has a custom. Tilal 162, it has a custom. So all these different packages have a custom basically. Okay. Now, people who are comfortable, if you want to do this one, let me just show something else. If you open this sheet, you can go here, click on data, create filter view. Okay. Now, what this does is this now allows you to sort things. So, for example, you want to sort, you only want to know about the Marriott. You can do that one. You can sort by A to Z. So now this is sorted by all Marriott hotels. Okay. Or you can go and sort it by the airport. So to do that, again, you go click on the data, you come here, create filter view. It allows you, now it allows you to do that. This is your local copy. You are not going to impact the copy that Rawaf has. This is just your local copy that you're playing with. Now you can, now I've sorted by the gateway. Now you can go and see all the packages that are there from Chicago. You can look for packages from all the custom flights. You can go look for the packages from London, etc., etc. Okay, so this is how you look at the packages basically. Again, when you do this one, by my expectation is this you should be having on the day of the sales only to look at this remaining seat. By this time, you should have already picked your packages based on all the information that you have here. By this time, it should be done. You should not have to go back and forth. Now, this URL is what Brother Wasim was mentioning about. So, what you want to do is once you have decided which are your most favorite packages, you should go copy this one and save it somewhere in the order of your preference. On the day of the sale, once you're logged in and once you're going through your shopping cart, in case if the first one doesn't work, you can always copy that link and put it into the URL here. Copy, replace the URL of the Nusuk, and then you should be able to, you will get to the package directly configured. Okay, that's one other way of getting to the package directly. Of course, you can also go to the My Packages from the menu. You will have all listing of all your packages. You can click on it to configure also. That's a second way of doing it. So these are all different ways of getting quickly through the packages. Now, the key again, today is Wednesday. You got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. Take the time to practice all these things. Take the time to practice. You're not going to break anything. You're all in the review stages. Remember that. You are not going to do anything to break right now. You're not going to book the package. You're not going to do anything. On Saturday, you can go back and clean up everything, all the practice you have done, and put the most preferred one in the shopping cart and be ready for Sunday morning, right? But from now until then, keep practicing. Take this link, put it into the URL, see how that works, see how the going through my packages work. Try all these different things, inshallah. So, going back to my slide here. So, do we have questions on this one? Do we understand how this flow works for the custom flight, group flight? Show of hand. Do we understand? If you have questions, please put it in because I do want to answer the questions as we are going through. I want to take it up so that I can follow through. 30 more seconds.
One related question is which page will have the purchase button option?
The purchase button option will be on the final page after your flight has been made the decision and where you saw the summary page. It is after that summary page, that's when you will have the purchase button, the sales button, checkout button. Okay.
Another question is that if I don't get my first configured package due to any reason, do I have to wait in queue or can I try another option right away?
Oh, right away. No waiting. There is no waiting. Okay. You just go quickly, pick your other package and configure it and try to get that package. You do not wait for anything. You go continuously one after the other. This is why we want you to have as many packages in your list as possible because our expectation is within the first 2-3 hours, all packages will go. Okay. Now, one other thing I want to point out. I know everybody wants the best hotel. I know that, okay? Because I would want that one. Everybody wants the Al-Kaf. Everybody wants that one. But bear in mind, those are the packages that are in the highest demand, okay? Those are the packages that are in the highest demand. If you look in that package list, you will see most of the luxury packages and premium packages will be in the red color, meaning they are in high demand. That means most a very high configuration has been done against those packages. So do consider other packages. Do consider going to Al Mawsam unless there is a physical reason that you absolutely have to be in Al Kabsh. Okay. Most of us can walk the Al Mawsam. See, I'm not trying to sound like, people who cannot walk. I'm not trying to minimize that one. I know that there are some people who have challenges. Okay. But be flexible to go to Al Mawsam camp because the luxury packages will go fast. Luxury packages, the Al Kabsh will go fast. Okay. So try the Al Kabsh. I'm not asking you to discourage, but be prepared to go to the packages which are in the lower category, maybe premium, maybe Azizia Hotel. Okay. So during the Hajj time, you have to be concerned about the rituals, the absolute required rituals. For that one, Umrah is one time, the first Umrah that you perform. Okay, the first Umrah is the only Umrah that is required. After that, it is Tawaful Ifada and Tawaful Wida. Okay, so if I'm purely looking from a Hajj perspective, I can somehow go and perform the Umrah and come back, whether I use the shuttle, whether I use the taxi. What I'm trying to get across here is be prepared to bring some of your priorities lower. Okay, because on that day, the luxury and the premium packages are at a premium. They go very quickly. I don't want you to be disappointed. I want each one of you to have the experience of the Hajj. So for that one, you have to be a little bit, you have to kind of reset your expectations a little bit. Okay. All right. So group flight, the first choice is group flight because group flight gets you to the checkout quickly. I want to repeat with the custom flight, it takes you 2-3 minutes, and then possibly because of the marketplace, the price might go up. Maybe your wallet will run into issues because it doesn't. You have not funded enough for the extra cost. So go with the group flight as much as possible, unless you have to go with there is a specific reason. Now, this is another slide that you have to very carefully understand this one. These are all the different hotels. We are recommending these hotels, but there are all these other hotels. Also, you should keep it into consideration. Tilal, Marriott are right close to the Haram. Okay. Imar International Novotel is about a mile and a half, 2 miles distance. Ibis, Nesmat, and Millennium, they are close to Jamarat. Darul Shuruk is about a mile and a half from Haram. Okay. Then Rafayat, Samal Juri, they are all in this neighborhood here. Then let's look at that. Maasam, Tarawat, Andalusia, Astarat, they are all closer to Haram, closer to Jamarat. Okay, they are a little bit further away from Haram. Okay, so based on my experience, I'm recommending this one. But be prepared to go to the other hotels also. If you want to look at the shifting hotels. If you can find a package with a shifting hotel where you're close to Haram for the first few days, you can perform the initial Umrah, you're done with it, and then you're shifted to either Nasmat, Ibis, or Millennium, or Samal Jori. Those are some of the packages I have seen. Then at least you're closer to the Jamarat, you're done with Umrah, you're now prepared to go for the Hajj, inshallah ta'ala. So these are all different options that you have to continuously look for and be prepared to adjust. Quick adjustment is very important on that day, inshallah. Okay, any question on this one? We've gone through this slide several times. I want to make sure if people have questions on it, I want to take it up. If you understand this one, show with a thumbs up. Otherwise, put the question in the Q&A. We'll go through this one. Brother Wasim, in the meantime, please show with this thing if you understand this one. Otherwise, put the question. Brother Wasim, do you have any question? Do you
The
want to
question
answer?
is that one question is, can I log in with two PCs at the same time?
Okay. Yes, you can, but we don't recommend it. Okay. Because most probably Nusuk might log you from one of them. You don't want to do that one. Okay. People have done that previously. Yes, you can do it, but we don't recommend you do that one because you're just adding to the bandwidth. You might be in there, but you're causing the bandwidth issue for someone else. So if you can, keep to one computer, a good computer with a good bandwidth where you can have all these different things available for you. Brother Wasim, do you want to add anything on this slide?
No, I
I
think
did
you
not see a
covered.
whole lot of thumbs up. Is there, or do people have questions on it? If not, at least give me a thumbs up so that I understand that you're comfortable with the information here.
I don't see like hotel specific questions at this point. Yeah.
Okay. But do you want to add anything for the people before I move forward?
No, I think you covered it. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Okay. All right. The next one, these are, I'm going through the decision factors here, okay? One is your hotel, one is the flight information, how you go about the flight, right? The second one was the hotel. The third most critical one is the camp, okay? Al Kabsh camp is just around the corner from the Jamarat. Al Kabsh camp is a VIP camp. It's about half a mile walk to the Jamarat. All the transportation throughout the within the Jamarat area, within the Mashair area, which is all the Hajj locations, which is Arafat, Muzdalifah, it's all covered by train. Okay, that's this one, and it's a better quality. It's a VIP kind of camp, better catering, better lesser number of people in a tent, etc. So it's a high quality camp, but it's only 5,000 is the capacity, which is, if you think about it, if you think about 55, 60,000 people, 5,000 is nothing. It's going to go like this. So just be aware of that one. Okay. Almost some camp. Okay. Almost some camp is about 2.5, 3 miles walk. It's a paved area. It is not a difficult walk. As long as there is no physical disability, it's not a difficult walk. People have asked me a question about the wheelchair. As long as you have somebody ready to help you with a wheelchair can be used because it's all paved area. There are about 6 or 7 tunnels with fans in the tunnel, so it kind of gives you a little bit of a break from the heat. Okay, so but it is 2.5, 3 miles walk. It is a walk. Okay, there is no transportation available. Please do not get uh, get misinformation that there are buses that will take you to the Jamarat. It doesn't happen. It's a walk. It's a 2.5, 3 miles walk each way. So you go 2.5 miles and come back. Both are paved areas. Both have tunnels. So Alhamdulillah, the people, the security forces are very good in guiding people through. You should have some water. We'll talk about the logistics part, what you should do to help yourself. But it is possible. So it is not an impossible walk. I don't want people to get worried saying that, no, 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 I'm not going to go to Al Mosam because it's a 2.5 to 3 miles walk. It is not that difficult as long as you don't have physical challenges, basically. Okay. And plus, you have another 3 months. I mean, this is the month. No, you have February, March, April, half of May, 3.5 months. Start walking. Start walking. Get onto the treadmill. Start watching your diet. And inshallah, Allah will keep you healthy to do this walk also. Okay. So, Al Muassam capacity is about 45 to 50,000 plus. Okay. So, be prepared to go to Al Muassam if you cannot get the Al Kabsh, basically. Okay, so this is on this camp here. There is a Kidana camp, but since we don't support it, it's very difficult for me to talk about it. It's now referred as the Saudia Tower. It is only handled by Saudia, the service provider. The cost is pretty significantly higher than what we normally have been discussing so far. Okay, I have gone through this several times before. Okay, so one more point. Al Muassam, the transportation from Mina to Arafat, Arafat to Muzdalifah and back is by bus. Okay, last year it was fairly organized. This year I'm expecting it to be much more organized. If you have heard of experiences where people were rushing to buses and all that, since last year I have seen that much more reduced. And this year, I'm expecting, especially Rawaf, to make that a very good arrangement. Inshallah, last year also they had done it. This year, I expect Rawaf to make much more better arrangement. Inshallah, Taala, and it should be not be a challenge. Inshallah, okay. Questions on this one? If you understand this one, thumbs up, please, so that I can move forward. If you have questions on it, put it into the Q&A. Thumbs up if you are comfortable with the information that we shared so far on this. Brother Wasim.
Yeah,
Brother Wasim, you want to add anything? Are there questions
yeah, just
related?
quickly about Al Kabsh, just to set expectations. The big difference, like Brother Farid said, is the walk. Jamarat walking distance. Uh, there is a train that takes you to Arafat Muzdalifah, but you still have to walk to the train station, right? And then there is a queue just for people who are trying to go to Al Kabsh, be like ready for it psychologically, that you have to walk to the train station. It's not a very long walk, but it is a walk and it is hot weather. And there is waiting time. So because a lot of people try to go around the same time, because everybody is basically going from Mina to Arafah pretty much around the same time. And then everybody's trying to go from Arafah to Muzdalifah around the same time. So there is a queuing that happens at the train, and it can take half an hour to an hour sometimes if you're going at very peak time. So be aware. And then the bus that takes you from Wasim, it takes you from the camp to the camp. There can be delays, but we just have to wait. A lot of this time period will be about being patient. And a lot of people get anxious. And we'll talk about this a little bit more, inshallah, after packages are done. But either ways, inshallah, whichever camp you are trying to do, know that there is going to be some walking involved either ways. Wasim is a little bit more than Al Kapsh, but there is still walking in Al Kapsh as well.
Yeah. Actually, one thing that I do want to point out is, to some extent, Al-Mawsim from a transportation perspective is a little bit easier because the buses drop you right at the entrance of the camp in Arafat and Muzdalifah. Whereas with Al-Kamsh, you have to walk from train station. Brother Wasim, is it like less than half a mile walk or something to that effect?
Yeah, like a less than half-mile walk. But yeah, you have to walk to the train
Great.
station from Mina.
Yeah,
And then from Mina, when you get to Arafah, when you get down, you have to walk again half-mile to get to the Arafah camp. The facilities are better. I mean, food is better. But I'm just wanted to let everybody know it's not like zero walking. There is some
right.
walking. Yeah.
Yep. Again, Al Muassam, the bus takes you right to the doorstep in Arafat and the doorstep of the Muzdalifah. Okay. I am trying to balance things here so that people who are sitting on the fence between Al Kabsh and Al Muassam, please keep Al Muassam as an option so that your chances of success with the camp, with the package increases, because Al Muassam has 45 to 50,000 capacity. It's a much, much, much higher capacity. Remember that. So you're almost looking at 10 times higher chances of getting a package with Al Mawsam than with Al Kabsh. Okay. So, any question? Are there any questions, or can I move forward, Brother Wasim? Nope. Okay. Now, I have been hearing lots of information about, different packages. There are some packages that are comfortable from different service providers, etc. Service provider is a key factor. Please understand this one, okay? Um, if Brother Hassan was on the call, he would say all service providers are doing a good job. I agree with him. All service providers are doing a good job. They are trying to do the best. But Rawaf stands out. I want you to understand this one. When you're making your decision, and it's not because I am a guide with Rawaf. I have experienced Rawaf and have experienced other service providers. Rawaf stands out. If packages and flights are even sometimes not comfortable for you, but I will tell you one thing, from an arrangement on the ground there, Rawaf is one of the best one. That's why they were rated the number one. Their support with how they handle people, how they are making technology available to make it easier for people. Last year, many other service providers, when they were not able to make it, Rawaf had the train tickets available for you on your smartphone, on your phone. You could go to their Power BI website and you could get all that information, your hotel information, your check-in date, your guide information, your hospital information. Everything was available at your fingertips. Okay. So what I'm saying is, can take this into serious consideration. Okay. Rawaf is on the ground. They are one of the best one from a facility, from how they handle, how they take care of the Hujjaj, etc. So this becomes very important once you land there. Once you land there, yes, the hotel might not be the closest one that you wanted. Yes, the hotel might, you might say that, oh my God, I have to walk a mile or so. But when the facilities are good, when they're working with you, they care for everyone as a family. Okay. Two things I want you to look from here. One is this part, the other one is quick response to issues. During the Hajj time, it is a challenging time. The service provider, the guide, the one that stands out is the one that quickly responds to issues. If things are not properly arranged in the cap, or there is some shortage, or if there is a medical attention you need, the response that Rawaf has is very quick. This is an experience I've had for the last several years with Rawaf on this one. So, but last year they excelled in this one. That's why they got number one. Okay. So while you're looking at packages, adjust preferences a little bit. Just stay with Rawaf as much as possible, so that we can take the best care of you, inshallah ta'ala. All service providers are working hard. I totally understand that one, and I appreciate that part. Okay. These are some of the information that you have. Let's go to the Q&A, Brother Wasim. I'm going to keep this for a minute here, so that you can people can look at it.
Yeah. Multiple people asking about Hadi, that should we book through Nusuk or buy it from other sources?
Okay. Now, this is a dilemma I have, honestly. Okay. People have been asking this question, and one response I gave was, yes, you should go ahead and do it. But then I looked at that statement that basically says the uh, the Qurbani would be performed between 10th to the 13th. Okay. So I'm assuming they will not go to the 13th. They will complete it between 10th to the 12th itself. Okay. Now, this is something you have to take into consideration. Okay. I don't have exact information on that saying that they will perform the Qurbani on the 10th itself, for example. Okay. So because of the large number of people that they will be handling, it is highly possible they may slip on the 10th, either towards the end of the day, or it might even slip to the 11th. Okay. Now, I know some madhabs have a different understanding on this one, a different view on this one, that basically says that you can come out of the ihram while you're waiting for the qurbani. But I do know in most of the madhabs, at least in the Hanaf, the Qurbani has to be performed before you can come out of the ihram. Okay. So this creates a little bit of a challenge. So this is something that you have to be aware of. And based on that, make a decision. It's for you to make the decision. Okay. But it is possible that they may not complete the Qurbani on the 10th itself. As opposed to if you make some other arrangement, there are some other arrangements. We will discuss this. We first have to understand what are the different options. We'll come back to you on this one. But it is possible to make sure that you get the Qurbani done on the 10th itself. Okay. We can go through some other outfits. We will discuss this later, inshallah ta'ala. But if you're comfortable, please go ahead and do it. Okay. But you have to keep this in consideration. Okay. Brother Wasim, do you want to add quickly to that one?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Adai is not that big of an issue if you don't do it here. I mean, there are multiple options to do it. So, related to point, somebody asking, Brother Farid, is will it have a negative effect because it adds another click?
No,
No, like
it
kind
has
of
no
thing.
effect on it. It is totally not relevant. It's not going to reduce your chances. It is not going to do anything. In fact, you need to make sure if you're doing the Qurbani, if you're going to select it, you need to multiply that. I think it's 705 riyals times the number of people. Qurbani is one Qurbani per Haji. Remember that one you have to select per Haji is required. Okay, it is not for the whole account. So if you are going to pick the Qurbani from the Nusuk, make sure you go and increase the number to the number of people in your account, and then multiply that amount and make sure you have that much amount in your e-wallet. Okay, so if you're looking at different options, different things, if you feel like your e-wallet is not completely top to the amount, if you're falling short by a few hundred riyals, etc., come back and disable the Adi so that you get the package. Don't allow the Adi option to make the total figure lesser than your e-wallet. If you feel like there is a difference, quickly go back, go to the previous screen, disable it so that you can still continue with buying the package. Okay.
Uh, somebody had a question about being able to do Hadi in their home country. That is not an
No,
option. You have to do it in Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
you have to do it not just in Saudi Arabia, it
Yeah,
has to be the
yes.
province of Makkah. Okay. So you have to perform it there. That it has to be done there. Okay. Go ahead. Next one.
Yeah, there were a lot of questions that were about the same, so I'm trying to mark them all. Somebody's from Australia. They want to go. They're asking, can I go? What is the earliest time I can fly in and fly out? To like, what is the shortest window, basically?
Shortest window is the 4th of Dhul Hijjah. Okay. You cannot, 22nd of May. Is it the 22nd of May? I want to confirm this quickly in my calendar. Okay. 20th of May. Okay. Because I'm kind of giving the buffer space. 20th of May is um, 21st of May is the last that a non-Saudi airline can land into Jeddah. Okay. Jeddah or Medina. Uh, Saudi can fly up to the 6th of Dhul Hijjah. I'm giving you the restriction from the landing perspective. Okay, non-Saudi airlines, which is basically Flynas and Saudi Airlines, can fly up to the 6th of Dhul Hijjah. Okay, all other airlines, you will only be allowed to land until the midnight of the 4th of Dhul Hijjah. So, for example, if you board a flight on 4th of Dhul Hijjah, but it doesn't come until the 5th of Dhul Hijjah, you cannot go. The flight will not even go, okay? Because the Saudi authorities will turn it back, okay? So, if you're making your plans, make sure you make the plans so that you are in Saudi Arabia airport at least by 4th of Dhul Hijjah, which corresponds to 21st of May today, but keep the buffer and say that it's a May 20th. Okay.
Yeah, and then fly out. Don't fly out, basically, but before 13th of Zulhijjah, if you're doing a
Before
control.
13th of Dhul Hijjah, 13th of Dhul Hijjah corresponds to the 30th of May. Okay. In fact, the airlines will not allow you to book it basically because you cannot exit out of Makkah before the 12th of Dhul Hijjah, basically. 13th is the earliest you can fly out.
And then in the same question, he's asking if is it okay if I miss out some days from the beginning or the end of my package? Like the package is for a wider duration, and he wants to book for a shorter duration.
You can. There is no harm in that one. You will not lose the package. Nothing will be impacted. You can arrange it. But one thing I want to point out, because before anybody asks the question, if I miss out, can I get some refund? No, no, no. Package is a package. Whether you use that bed or not, that bed has been assigned to you. It has been booked for you. It has been paid for you. Okay. But you can arrive later. For example, if the package starts from the 15th, for example, and you want to come on the 20th, no problem. You can do it. Okay. The only thing that I request is once you have bought the package, once Rawaf sends out a survey, please make sure we know what your plans are. Okay. We need to know what your plans are. Okay.
The question is, if I do get a package, when do we get to meet the organizers and the group guide?
Okay. The first thing that's going to happen is because the guides are going to be assigned to the package, most probably the guide will be flying with you. Okay. Most probably the guide will be flying with you. The reason I'm saying most probably is because sometimes the flights might differ, the tickets might be challenges. Most probably the guide will be flying with you. If the guide doesn't fly with you, don't worry about it. Rawaf members will be there at the airport. Okay. Rawaf team will be there at the airport. And as Brother Hassan mentioned, this year they are also going to make sure that it's very clearly visible that they are from Rawaf team. Okay. They will take you from the airport to the bus. Okay. And then the bus, once it arrives at the hotel, your guide or additional Rawaf team will be there. Okay. Once you land in Saudi Arabia, you're completely handled by Rawaf team and your guide. Don't worry about it, inshallah.
Uh, what if my purchase fails, but the package is still showing as available?
You go back and try change some configuration. The reason it might have failed is the flight that you've selected might be sold out. Okay, or because your the camp that you had selected has been sold out, or the occupancy that you had selected is sold out. Okay, all you need to do is go back and reconfigure it.
For those who have not been verified, how can we practice?
Ah, good point. Okay. If you have not been verified, you cannot practice, unfortunately. Okay. What you can do is you can look at the videos we have released about how the configuration works, or you can reach out to somebody in your circle that has been verified and play with the account. Unfortunately, I don't have a solution for you other than that.
How will I know if the package is English speaking? If I use a custom flight and traveling from USA, I can speak Arabic. So they're trying to figure out, yeah, how.
You will know it by the group flight. I mean, if you look at a group flight, if a group flight is from Chicago, for example, or Dallas, you know that this is a that package is from an English-speaking country. Okay, whereas if you see a package that is from living out of Amsterdam, okay, then you know it is from Netherlands. Okay, so it's not going to work. So that's where those are you have to look at the group flight basically.
Yeah, same thing about the yes, another question similar. What if I select a global package? How do I know if I select? Yeah, so look at the group flight, like Brother Farid said, and if the group flight for that package is from that country, then most of the people will be from that country, and usually the guide will also be from that
Right.
country.
Plus, additionally, if you go to that Rawaf Global link site, Linktree Rawaf Global, if you scroll down, you will see the packages by country. Okay, by country it is listed. You can look in the package list also. You can go look before you go to the complete the custom. If it says 402, go look 402 and see which country packages are group flights are basically. Okay, these are all different ways that you can work through it. But all this homework should be done in the next 3 days. On the day of the package sale, you're not going to go there looking, is this package English speaking or not? This is all the homework you need to do from now until Saturday.
Somebody's asking, uh, what if I cannot buy a Rawaf package? Is there another provider you can recommend?
Just review the feedback from different people. I mean, I because I'm representing Rawaf, it would not be appropriate for me to speak of one or the other. They are all good, they are all doing.
One point I will say is that some people are getting discouraged that Rawa packages have more people mark it as preferred versus some packages, other packages might have less preferred. So there might be a reason why they have less preferred people marking preferred. One thing to note is also like if you are able to log in the early, like right after when the sale starts, and you have most people who are in the system and log in, inshallah, will get the package of choice.
Inshallah.
So don't get too like if there are 500 people who have marked it as preferred, but if they are not logged in at that time, you get a chance. So basically, if you are able to get in, take the most preferred package that you want, inshallah, right away.
Right. Go on your preference. All I'm also suggesting with that one is go with your most preferred packages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but at the same time be flexible to go a little bit lower in your requirements. Okay, because that will increase your chances. Okay, at the end of the day, my expectation is that everybody that's on this call and that has been working with us will doing the registrations and all that, you want to perform Hajj. Okay? You want to perform Hajj, inshallah.
Um, Same thing about guide. So inshallah, after the packages are sold, then the guide names will be assigned, so you will not know it before. Um, I have a family member who's interested in going but hasn't registered yet. Is it too late for 2026?
Well, it's never too late, but the sales window is coming up on Sunday, phase one. Okay. Have them go through the registration. Maybe in phase two, they can take advantage. Okay. You can do the registration until all the sales window completes, basically. Okay. It is not the registration is open until then.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and register right away. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to just register. If you get verified, at least you have a chance. If you skip, then you're not even in the system basically. So register. That's why so the Farid has been telling from a long time that try to register. Even if you are not 100% sure, you should register right away. That way, at least if you get finalize your plans, then you can go inshallah. If e-wallet still has money after purchase, what's the refund process?
Uh, Not refund. I don't want to use the term refund because I want to be very, very clear. Please do not use the term refund if you bought a package, because the refund process is only if you want to cancel the package. Basically, refund is saying that give my money back that you use for a package. That's what it is. Okay. So do not use the term refund because there is an option to refund. I don't want you to do refund. Okay. Inshallah, nobody has to cancel the package after purchasing it. Withdrawal. There's an option called withdrawal. We will talk. We'll show you after we have shown it before. We'll show it later on, inshallah, after the packet sale. Okay. There is an option. If you go into the e-wallet, in the dashboard, it'll tell you withdrawal. The withdrawal, you can do the withdrawal. There is no time limit when you can do the withdrawal. You can do the withdrawal 1 week after. My recommendation is don't do the withdrawal at least for a few weeks after the purchase of the package. Just wait until things settle down. Okay. Then you can request the withdrawal. You can request the withdrawal after the few weeks. You can request the withdrawal after 1 year. Okay, your money is safe in the e-wallet, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Refund has some limitations, how quickly you can do it, etc. But I don't want to talk about refund right now. The withdrawal, whether you do the withdrawal or refund, there is a 2.3% fee charged by Nusuk for all the money that you take back, basically. That's a processing fee that they charge. Okay. Next thing, Brother Wasim. Brother Wasim, are you going through questions in the portal also? Question portal?
Well, there's a lot of questions in the Q&A, 35 still to go.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's go through them quickly.
so yeah, global packages for USA, we already answered. Check the group flights. If the group flights are from USA, then those you can use those packages, but book by custom flight. How long the group flights are held before final sale? These group flights are already booked, not custom flight like custom flight. So you don't have to worry about holding them. If you select a package with a group flight, you get it. Just trying to go through because there is a lot of questions.
Right.
What type of error message will I get if the package is sold out?
It'll basically tell you the package. They could not. The purchase failed. Some message to the effect that says purchase failed. Then please, 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 if you see that one, don't sit there scratching the head. Why did they do it? Why is Nusuk doing it? No, no, no. Don't do that. Okay. Just say cancel out of it. Go to your next package during the sales window, 2 3 hours window. That's not the time for you to be wondering why Nusuk failed you and all that. Okay, it failed, package failed. Okay, you could not get it. Just go reconfigure and figure out another package and move forward. Okay, name of the game is getting the package. Name of the game is not to complain.
If my configuration is not available, should I try the same package with a different city or should I go to a different package?
Well, definitely you should try with another this thing if this is the package that is your most preferred. No harm in trying it, but be ready to switch to an airport that has. Keep looking at the spreadsheet that I shared before. Keep looking at that one. That will tell you how many seats are available. If you find the number of seats from the next airport you're looking is low, don't try that. Don't waste your time. Okay. Go look for the airport that has a higher number remaining seats. Maybe not that package, maybe another package. Okay.
Yeah, somebody asking how I want to get flight from JFK. So check the sheet again, inshallah, that has gateways with JFK. You can review the packages there. Even though our hotel is far away, will the shuttle always be available?
Shuttle is available until the 5th of Dhul Hijjah. Okay. Rawaf has actually confirmed that this year they are even improving it further to make sure shuttles are much more available than the previous years. But after the 5th of Dhul Hijjah, the Makkah police starts closing down the roads to allow for pedestrian crossing, for pedestrian walking, and etc. Plus to start preparing for the transportation during the Hajj period. Okay, so after the 5th of Dhul Hijjah, shuttle becomes a little bit infrequent, or maybe it'll even stop after that. And in
That was
fact, even the taxis will become a little bit challenging, but it is possible. Okay, it is possible to use taxi, but it becomes challenging.
um, if a package says Medina and I have round trip to Jeddah, will there be transportation from Jeddah to Medina and then come back?
Yes, 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 yes. Rawaf will take care of it. The transportation will be there. Don't worry about it. You're all taken care of. Once you land in the airport in Saudi Arabia, you're taken care of, inshallah.
We are a family of four, two brothers and their spouses, and we selected Rawaf 201. Is there a chance we may be separated with the hotel rooms?
If you selected quad, it'll be based on gender. Okay. The two sisters will go with two other sisters in another room, and the two of the brothers will go with two other brothers in a quad room in another room in the same hotel, generally on the same floor, but it definitely in the same hotel. Okay. If you selected double, I don't know if 201 has double or not, then you will get two rooms with for two couples basically.
Can you explain the difference between shifting and non-shifting package again?
Okay, very quickly, I want to do that. Okay. Shifting is where basically you arrive into hotel number one first until either the 4th of Dhul Hijjah or until the end of the Hajj period. And then you're shifted to a hotel number two. Okay. There are two possibilities that Rawaf is offering. One, there are some hotels where you arrive into the Azizia area, such as Millennium or Nesmat or Ibis, and you stay in that one until the completion of the Hajj. And then after the Hajj, you are moved to either Marriott or Talal for the last few days of your package. Or there are packages that are bringing you into Marriott or Tilal in the first few days. On the 4th of Dhul Hijjah, you're moved to either Sama Dori or Ibis, Nesmat, or Millennium, basically. Okay. So then you stay in that hotel until the end. That is shifting. Non-shifting, you stay in the hotel that you come in. There is only one hotel assigned to you in Makkah. Okay. Sir Rawaf will move you. You don't need to move yourself. Rawaf will make the arrangement to move you from one hotel to the other.
Uh, and similar question for non-shifting packages, is it better to be close to Haram or be close to Jamarat?
Again, this is a matter of preference, basically, because in a way, I prefer to be close to the Jamarat. As I said earlier, the Hajj ritual requires you to only perform the Umrah at the beginning. Okay. So once you perform the Umrah, you can relax in your hotel close to the Jamarat, perform your regular prayers and all that. Yes, there is a desire to go to Kaaba. I understand that. You can always take the shuttle or the taxi there. Okay. If you are close to Haram, yes, it's convenient to perform the Umrah and do multiple Umrahs, do the prayer, if you go early, because remember, because of the crowd, it's difficult to get into Haram. But let's say you go 2, 3 hours before, yes, it's beautiful to do that. But then when you're in the Jamarat, coming from Jamarat to the hotel for relaxation and all that is a little bit of a challenge, but we'll show you later on, inshallah, how you can even overcome that. Okay. It's again a preference. It's a very personal preference.
Did Nusuk improve their servers this year?
In some respects, they have. In some respects, they have, but we will not know if they have improved their capacity until the sale starts. When the whole Nusuk countries are all coming into the system and trying to buy it, until then, we will not know. Okay, I have to be very honest about this part. But in some respects, they have improved how they do the processing.
Do all packages provide enough time to do Umrah? There are packages that arrive in Makkah on the 24th and Hajj is starting on 25th.
The packages that are arriving into Makkah on the 24th, it's a bit of a challenge. I mean, I would prefer picking a package that does not do that one because it does become a challenge actually if you come there in the last minute. unless the hotel is right across from Haram. Okay, if you're coming into Marriott or Tilal, for example, then it's manageable because you can quickly go and do the Umrah without the challenge of the transportation. But if you're coming away, which I don't believe there is any, I think it's the package which is close to Tilal and Marriott that is coming in the last minute there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you are in the closer hotels, you'll have to basically do Umrah the same day you arrive, and then next day go for Hajj. Do we walk any time of day? I'm guessing they're asking about Jamarat. What time do you usually walk from Muassim to Jamarat?
From the Mawsam to the Jamarat? Well, again, this is a bit of a question of the madhabs a little bit here, but most of the madhabs agree that you walk to the Jamarat on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah in the morning, and on the 11th and 12th you walk after the Dhuhr prayer. Okay. But there are some madhabs, there are some rulings that will say that you can walk earlier in the day. But I'm giving you what most of the madhabs ask for is on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah to do it early in the morning, in the early part of the day. On the 11th and 12th to do it in the later part of the day. Okay. But again, we will talk about this timing later, inshallah ta'ala, when we do the fiqh session, more detail.
Some packages included a free SIM card. Can you explain the difference for US resident? Just quickly, because there are a lot of questions. Don't make your decision based on the free SIM card. Getting a SIM card is very
Yes.
easy.
Please don't
So
do that.
pick the
Please don't
package that
depend on the
actually
SIM
works for you.
card. It's a great thing that they are doing, but please don't depend on the SIM card. Try to arrange, because even with the SIM card, you still have to go and activate. During the Hajj time, the lines at the activation could be pretty long. Make other arrangements that you can possibly can.
Can you explain the difference between Zone M and Zone C in terms of time it will take for transportation?
Well, Zone M is in Azizia. Zone C is still walking distance. Okay, it's about mile and a half maybe, but it's still walking distance. Whereas Zone M is in Azizia, where you pretty much have to use the shuttle. Walking is not recommended from Zone M. Okay. Talking about the SIM and the phone, this thing, we will discuss this much more detail in the logistics session that after the package. We will give you some suggestions how to get the phone service, inshallah.
Please confirm we can buy a package without Qurbani. Yes.
Yes, you can. You don't need to have that. It's only an option.
Uh, Arafat walk, is this when umbrellas are provided? So umbrellas are provided with your gift bag. That will usually be earlier. It'll be your first city. You or yeah, it will be before your Hajj days definitely. But yeah, if somebody needs a better umbrella, you want to have like UV umbrellas, we'll talk about supplies separately. Wait a little bit. Do you walk anytime or with a group? Usually we try to encourage everybody to go together as a group. So we'll inshallah request you to do that. Is it okay to pay Rawa for Qurbani and other vendor? Yes, we have answered that. Um, if we are able to purchase a visa, does that guarantee a visa? Yes, if you are able to purchase, that guarantees a visa as well. Uh, if we are using group flights, that we do not need to worry about arrival date or departure date. Can you talk about
That
that?
is correct. That is correct, because the group flight already has made sure that it complies with the package requirement. Yes.
What's the probability of getting 201 package? So again, look at the Excel sheet. You will see the 201 is marked red. That means a lot of people are interested in it. So there is more competition for it. There are packages arriving on May 21st with Medina first. For example, Rawaf 202. Will there be a problem?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
No, I think if the packages are arriving at a date, don't worry about, because they will have already taken care of the 4th Zulhijjah requirement. And once you are inside Saudi, you've gone through immigration, then you're fine. So you don't have to be in Makkah before 4th Zulhijjah. You have to be inside Saudi. So if it's a group flight, they've already taken care of that, inshallah. Shortening the stay despite having a wider package. Do I not configure the flights during package selection and just buy the flight ticket separately? No, I think this was talking about using a custom flight to do a shorter flight window. That was what we were discussing earlier. If you use the group flights, they will be according to your. If you book your own flight, then you still have to pay for the flight through Nusuk. and then you will have to basically let that go. So you'll be paying double the price, basically. Uh, is
I
it
mean, if the
possible?
question is if they get a group flight, but they want to make their own arrangement, yes, you can. Just don't expect any refund because it's all packaged, okay? Yes, you can get a package with a group flight and then decide to use your own schedule later on. That's fine, you can do it, but then you're going to forfeit the group flight basically.
Is it possible for the package to sell out before I open in my cart? How will I know it is sold out if I'm just waiting for cart status change? I think they're trying to say, like, if I have not checked out yet, how will I know that it is sold out? You will not until you try to purchase it, basically.
Yeah, when you try to purchase it, my expectation is Nusuk will immediately tell you this one is sold out, so allowing you to go and reconfigure it, inshallah.
Our group flight is 21st May from Toronto for 162 package. Is that okay?
That is okay because I believe it is Saudi airline, I believe. So as long as it lands into this thing, if group flights are already arranged for, don't worry about it. If it's a group flight, they have made sure that the flights are arriving into Saudi on the right time. Okay, this is something that Rawaf has made sure about that one. So I'm not concerned about the group flight. When I talked about the 4th of Dhul Hijjah and 6th of Dhul Hijjah, I'm more concerned when you do the custom flights. That's where you have to be careful about.
Do the women have female guides?
Well, not all the time, okay, because there will be some female guides, okay, but in the camp itself, yes, there will be female guides in the camp itself, in the Mina and Al Qabs, because me in the camps in the Mina, Arafat, etc., you are separated by gender. Okay, even if you have irrespective what occupancy you have, it's separated by gender, and inshallah ta'ala there will be female guides in both of those, female guides in the female area and of course men in the men's side, inshallah ta'ala that will be arranged.
Is when is stage two going to happen? Is it going to be 3 days or a week after stage one?
Probably 2 to 3 weeks later, because the ministry has to compile the information from all the purchases and see which how many visas are left back, and then they'll put it as a global visa in the phase two, inshallah.
Yeah, which package will be available? I mean, it all depends on which packages get sold, and yeah, so we won't know that until after. So after the packages are done, then we can share the list of which packages are sold out for phase two, phase three. If I have paid for Adai as part of the package, and as you mentioned, we don't know when it will be done, is it okay if I do it twice? I don't like do it separately as well. I mean, you
You
can.
can, I mean, but that'll not be. I mean, it's not the best use of your funds, but you can.
Does the remaining sheets in the spreadsheet depend on how many people mark the packages as preferred, or does it reflect how many people currently have those packages in the cart? So this is based on actual sales. Like nothing has been sold yet, so all seats are available. What we're expecting is as packages start selling out, we expect the seats to go down. Just adding it to the cart doesn't actually change the seats. They're still not sold.
Yeah. See,
Uh,
all that is showing is the basically how the trend is going. Okay. So the actual sale, the remaining, you will see it updated. I mean, talking about the sheet should be right next to you there. Okay. If you the first package, your most preferred package doesn't go through, then you gotta look at the sheet quickly so that you're not wasting time and going configuring another package which is already has a low quota available.
what happens to the group flight for a package if the sum of the seats are booked with custom flights? I think they're trying to say like if for whatever like if it says 15 custom, but more than what is allocated for group custom flights, if they get booked, will there
No,
be
no,
like
no, no. There is a quota assigned to the custom flight. This year, they have assigned quota for each group flight, for the gateway, for the custom flight. So, custom flight, you can look up in that list there. It'll tell you by the package how many custom packages can be bought. Okay, how many custom slots can be bought. So it'll only allow up to that point.
uh,
Again, you got to keep looking at the sheet or the number. Depending on the number, you should look for either the custom or the group flight.
is the spreadsheet going to be updated in real time when package is open?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yes, inshallah. Again, I want to repeat this. On the day of the sale, that sheet should be ready for you, available on the site, maybe on another computer, another phone or something, so that you can keep looking at it. Because my expectation, inshallah ta'ala, is Rawaf will be continuously updating it as their packages, as they are sold, to keep it updated. It's a live sheet basically on that day.
I just logged into my account and found note from Nusuk about health disclaimer. Do I have to prove that I am medically fit to perform Hajj?
Yes, 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 yes. You need to do that. Otherwise, you cannot move forward.
Uh, Hotels close to Jamarat are in Zone M.
That is correct. Yes.
Do we carry our luggage with us to Mina or we leave it at hotel?
You can leave it in your hotel. Uh, Again, make sure we'll discuss this later on, inshallah ta'ala, but yes, you will leave it in the hotel. You travel light to the camp.
If the server goes down, how long is it recommended to wait until the site is up? I basically have to keep
You,
trying. If the server goes
you keep
down,
trying.
yeah,
You
till
keep
it
trying.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot tell you, go off and have some coffee break and all that. No, you got to keep trying. You can take a coffee break, but with the coffee break, you should keep trying.
For custom flight, can I take a flight from a country other than the gateway country? Yes, you can. Like
Yes,
Dr.
yes,
Farid
you
said,
can.
just note about which package you're booking it for, and it matches your language preference. E-wallet has money. We already talked about it. You can withdraw it, but wait a little bit. We'll talk about after the package sales. Inshallah, we'll talk about withdrawal separately. So don't
Right.
worry about that.
Uh,
Now,
uh, 1 minute on that note, Brother Wasim. Please do not withdraw the funds after the first phase one if you don't get a package. Don't get frustrated. One of the worst thing that we have seen people do is they get frustrated with the OTP issue, this issue, that issue. They call Nusuk name, ministry name, Farid name, something, something, etc., and then they withdraw the money. Once that frustration settles down, people suddenly realize, oh my God, why did I withdraw? I should try in phase two. That blocks your funds. You have to again fund your money with additional money because the withdrawal takes some time. It causes a lot more challenges. Just be patient, okay? Until the entire sales window finishes, then you should do the withdrawal, okay? Even if you don't get a package. So just be patient there.
what
Next.
is accommodation in Muzdalifah?
What is the what?
What is the
Accommodation?
accommodation in Muzdalifah? Yeah.
It's an open field with carpets there. There are bathrooms available there. There is plenty of drinks available, lots of juices, water, etc. But it's an open field. It's under the sky. That is the beauty of Muzdalifah. But it's all carpeted. There are rugs all over the place. Yes, you can rest there. Sleeping bags are provided. Okay, but of course they are very thin sleeping bags. We'll discuss all that later.
Any vaccines required to perform Hajj?
Yes, meningitis is required. We will discuss that also later on, inshallah ta'ala. Flu shots are recommended, but it's not required. Meningitis is required. And
On
we'll
the day of
discuss that much more detail later, inshallah ta'ala. Hold that off for now.
On the day of purchase, do we click the cart after logging in? Will there be a purchase option? Right now is only remove. So basically you have to click on configure and then do next, select the transportation. Like at the end now you only see save. That will become purchase at the end basically. But you still have to configure, select the final steps and go through. In Rawaf 363 Novotel, which is global, will we have an English speaking guide? So 363.
Again, it depends on the country that the package is assigned to. You can look in this thing where the package is coming from. Okay, which
Yeah,
one?
363 has UK, South Africa,
Then it'll
and
be English
global.
speaking,
So there will be
inshallah.
English speaking guides there. Yeah.
English speaking. Yeah.
Brother Sayed is saying, please address my question so it is easier for me to pick a package. I'm not sure if that was a separate line item, but all of the questions are answered. So if you still have a question, please add that. Those are all the questions so far. 74, Alhamdulillah, so far.
Okay. Can you look at the sheet because we said that we'll answer from there. If anything
Okay,
we have not answered, let's do it.
okay, let me open that as well. Uh, Package which I selected has a train as transportation. Does that mean the train seat is guaranteed?
The as of right now, Rawaf's plan is to have the Haramain train between Makkah, Medina. Okay. unless there is a capacity issue there. Rawaf's intention and plan is to use the Haraman train. If that happens, then they will arrange for the bus, inshallah ta'ala.
Okay. For landing dates, is it okay to arrive as long as it is before 4th of Zulhijjah?
I'm sorry, what? What's the question?
Is it okay to arrive as long as it is before the 4th of Zulhijjah?
Well, it has to be before the 4th of Dhul Hijjah and within your package time. Okay. So if you arrive much earlier, you'll have to make your own arrangement for the hotel. Transportation will be arranged, but the hotel arrangement you'll have to make on your own. Okay. But other than that, you can arrive anytime. Yes.
A lot of people are asking for the sheet link. I'll put, can you post it one more time, Brother Faith?
Yeah, let me post it right now quickly. Uh,
Do
okay.
all global gateways have English speaking guides? Not necessarily. If you just make sure to check the other group flights for that package. Sometimes you'll have packages from Germany, for example, and you might have a German speaking guide in that case. So if I go to the Q&A sheet, there is a question. Is it too late? I think we already talked about, you should still register, inshallah. You might still be able to get to. If my booking is on May 21st and I arrive early morning, would I have to wait until check-in time to get into the room?
Well, yes, there is a bit of a challenge. Rawaf has been looking into some solutions on that one. I cannot speak to that right now, but they are trying to look at solutions where at least you're accommodated somewhere else. But I do not want to commit to that. But yes, you'll have to wait, unfortunately, unless the package starts earlier.
What is the capacity of RAW 202 and 201? Again, look at the Excel sheet that has the list, and it has what is the percent of chance to get custom flight? We talked about that also. There is a 19 hours layover for Emirates flight. Will it offer hotel?
Yes. Wherever you have that, I think it's about 12 hours or more. There is a hotel arranged already. I think Brother Hassan confirmed this last time.
Do we have a configured in-cart package count by departing gateway? It is by package. It is not by gateway. And the same thing for the GDS will not stay in the cart because so that's why we don't have like a 100% number because it will get it doesn't stay in the cart that way.
Right.
But
On
yeah,
the day of the sale, Rawaf will be updating by gateway. So you will know how many are remaining in Chicago for 201, for 101, etc., etc. You will see that one.
I'm planning to purchase a package that is not from Rawaf. Do you recommend? We are not in a position, yeah, right, to comment on any other packages. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
1 minute. All right, 1 minute, 1 minute. I think he did that. Okay, thank you, brother Turki. Okay, now you can see the link and my instructions. Okay. All right. What's the question, brother Wasim?
no, somebody was asking to comment on a package that is not from Rawaf. So,
Okay.
happy.
I'm sorry, I cannot do that, unfortunately. Okay. Take a look at it. If that's what you want, that's a decision you have to make. Again, we do recommend you look into the Rawaf package, but we are not going to discourage from other packages. That's not for us. But do consider Rawaf. I have explained that in multiple times because we want to support you better. Okay. This is a journey of your lifetime.
How do we know which packages are from Germany? Again, look at the sheet that has Germany flights as well. If I have money left in my e-wallet, how do I get it back? Inshallah, yeah. And is there any fees? Yeah, you can request withdrawal after purchasing is completed, and there is transaction fee. There's 2.5% or so with VAT that gets applied. But don't worry about that right now. Concentrate on buying the package. Inshallah, we'll do that in separate session. We'll focus on withdrawal and everything later, inshallah.
Inshallah.
There's a sister saying, I need help with accessing group flight. Sister, if you can reach out to either brother Farid or me directly, inshallah, we can help you if you have questions. Um, if we do not get a package this year, will the money be safe for next year in e-wallet?
Yes. Inshallah. Yes.
Rawaf 202 arrives in Makkah on May 24th, which seems a problem as the hotel is Ibis. How can someone do Umrah if he selects this package?
We have been looking at that one, and inshallah ta'ala, when you get there, um, we will try to help you out. Rawaf will try to help you out, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, if that's how the package is, we will work with you. I mean, Rawaf has made a commitment that they'll make sure everything possible not to affect the Hujjaj, inshallah ta'ala. So if that's what the package is calling for, 24th, we will try to help you out in any which way possible to perform the Umrah. Okay, we will do that.
How can I have access to the sheet? Brother Farida shared the link. Scroll down.
Yes.
There's a live spreadsheet option, and then you can go there, inshallah. Will laundry services be provided?
Laundry services will not be provided, but in our logistics session, we will talk about how to get the laundry done. Okay. We will definitely talk about it. Based on all the experiences we have some tips, but laundry service is available in the hotels.
If I have a package that's pre-configured on the day of purchase, I just have to log in and click purchase.
Yes. Well, you have to log
Configure.
in, go to the cart, click on that, configure the package, and then follow the instructions. Basically, it's going to be within 2-3 clicks that you should be able to buy the package. But our concern is in case if that doesn't work, how do you quickly recover from it? Okay, that's where we keep asking for practicing.
What is the luggage allowance if we select group flights?
Most of the group flights is 2 suitcases. That's international, but you should carefully look at it. But I hope we are not deciding based on that one now. Okay, but it is 2 suitcases of 23 kgs is what the international standard is. But again, before you fly, review that one, look at detail. Okay, but we are not making the decision. Hopefully, based on that right now. It's just information.
Those are all the questions. Yeah, so far.
Okay. All right. If you have more questions, please feel free to reach out. Do join the session on Saturday. Our plan is to do that session at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll share the Zoom session on that one later, inshallah ta'ala. We'll also share the Zoom session for Sunday morning for the purchasing. Okay. Please join the session on Saturday. We will cover any last minute questions that you have, challenges you have. But in the meantime, do give us feedback with either a hands up, heart, or with comments in the Q&A, how our information is helping you. If you need anything additional, also put it there so that next time we will make better improvement, inshallah ta'ala, for Saturday. Okay. So, Jazakallah khair for joining, Brother Wasim. You want to go ahead and lead us with the dua?
yeah, inshallah, we all inshallah make dua. This is going to be a little bit of stressful time for people, but again, this is preparing us for patience. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us patience, and everyone who is trying, inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept each and every one of us who is trying to go for Hajj. This is command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are fulfilling that command. So inshallah, we make dua that Allah accepts each one of us to go for Hajj, inshallah. And then when we end a gathering, we end a gathering with the Sunnah Masnun dua. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
And Jazakallah khair again. And I second Brother Wasim. Everybody has been putting a lot of effort into registration and all that. We hope to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you get it. In case you don't get the package, just be content in the fact that Allah will reward us with some other blessings for all the effort, the honest effort people have been putting in. And in the meantime, we ask you to make dua for all of us that are helping you, the Rawaf team, our team, and all the other guides who are working very hard to make sure that you are all prepared and ready for the sale that's going on and for Hajj Baitullah, inshallah ta'ala. I always end with the fact that I feel so humbled and honored that Allah has picked us for helping you all here. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our efforts and make dua for all of us, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanakallam bihamdika wa tabarak asmuka ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha ghayruk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.